Hi Gareth.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice place to meet you.
Right, currently at the moment you're driving what, a Renault Megane Cabriolet?
Yeah, that's my current vehicle at the moment.
You've been happy with that?
I've been happy with the car, yeah, but it's turned out to be somewhat impractical now.
Despite being nice on a day like this?
Well, that's the only practicality really with it. That's for weather, but as you know, we don't really get the weather in this country.
We certainly
anyway.
don't. I mean, what's the main reason why you want to change after that at the moment?
My girlfriend's 2-year-old daughter. We can't get a car seat to actually fit the car. And obviously with the limited boot space, we're struggling with everyday things such as shopping.
So that's a problem. So you're looking to trade up to something a bit more prestigious maybe?
Yeah, more along the executive model. Without actually going as far as the full family saloon.
Okay, you don't want something too large.
No, not at all.
Well, we've picked out three, we think, ideal examples for you here. First of all, an Audi A3. Now, this is a 5-door model. It's got a decent boot on it as well. What's your initial impressions of this car?
I'm quite a fan of the Audi, actually. I do actually like the shape of them. They're a nice looking car, and they look exceptionally well built, which you'd expect from the Germans.
They are superbly built. Superbly built. So, Audi A3. What about the BMW? This is a 318 IS coupe, so it's maybe not quite as ideal on the practicality side of things. Do you like the look of them?
Oh yes, yeah, I do like the look of it, especially with it being the coupe as well, with it only having the 2 doors. I'm sure if I like this vehicle that I could succumb to its charms.
Yeah. It's a problem getting in and out of the back with the kids though, isn't it? That could be a potential problem.
It could be a potential problem. I'd have to try that to see.
And finally, let's move down the line to the Rover 75, launched in a blaze of publicity 2 or 3 years ago. What do you think of this?
It's very Jaguar looking. It's
got that sort of retro image to it, hasn't it?
It's got the retro image, but I wouldn't say they've actually pulled it off 100%.
Not quite hit the mark.
I've seen better. I say it's the sort of vehicle that I'd expect to see myself in another 15 years, and not at the moment.
Now, when is a Golf not a Golf? When it's an Audi A3, because this car is essentially the same as the VW Golf. It shares all the same components as that car, but it wears the more prestigious Audi badge, and that is a big selling point for Audi. They've sold stacks and stacks of these cars since it was launched in 1996. Now, the 5-door models came along in 1999, so this is probably one of the early 5-door cars. This is a standard 1.6. You could have a bit more power and go for the 1.8 or the 1.8 turbo. Now, as standard, all Audis are front-wheel drive cars unless you go for the Quattro option, which might well be worth it. If you want a diesel, well, in my opinion, there's no better than Audi's diesel engines. The 1.9 turbo diesel will give you somewhere near 50 miles to the gallon. I think the A3 is one of the classiest small cars on the market today. So Gareth, the Audi A3, it's a 1.65 door. What are your initial impressions about the way that it drives and it handles, and do you like it?
I do like it actually, Ian. It handles very well on the road. It feels very sturdy. Its responsiveness, it's not too bad considering it's only a 1.6 engine.
Yeah, it's only got 100 brake horsepower, so it's not going to set the world on fire, but I mean, you could go, if you wanted a bit more power, go for the 1.8 or the 1.8 turbos as well. What about the size of the car? Is this big enough for you, do you think? It's got 5 doors, it's got a reasonable boot on it?
Yeah, I would say it is big enough actually. It doesn't, from the outside, it doesn't actually look as big as what it actually feels inside, which is a nice surprise. There is plenty of room in here.
I mean, perhaps downsides to this car, it's not got air conditioning or climate control on it, but you could always find a car like this that has got a few extra goodies on. And the great thing with the A3 is that they do start cheap now. I mean, some of them are as low as £6,500, and this one is well within your budget. You've set yourself about £12,000, and this would cost somewhere around about 11 or 11.5, so it's within your budget.
That's nice to know. It is. I think it is a lot of money. It's a lot of car for not a lot of money.